Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today, I'm reviewing The Equalizer Season 3, Episode 5. It's entitled Blowback. It's coming to you from CBS streaming on Paramount+. So, what did I think about it? And should you be watching? Before we get to the review, please get down there, hit that like button, and subscribe. Woo! The Equalizer comes blasting back after a couple week hiatus, and they came for real. They did not come to play. We come back with a CIA episode wherein Robyn, of course, she's still kind of on the hook to the CIA, has to show up when they ask her to show up, and it's a big one because as we see, the Donald Lowe, he comes in as a wanted person in Spain. He gets picked up. CIA wants him to be interrogated, debriefed, or whatever by one of their agents that's legendary. So legendary, in fact, that Robyn even hasn't met the guy, but has heard about his exploits. And this is all in order to, get a big operation going against a cartel. This guy, he's no spring, I don't want to say spring chicken, but he's no idiot. He knows that everything's kind of going to go south, that they only have a few people on the detail. And it does seem a little suspicious, not going to lie. It does seem a little suspicious, but, Robyn's there because that's the only way to keep them off of her family and everything. And at the same time, we also have that there's going to be a dinner party later on that day at the house, and Aunt Vi's cooking, and Dee takes the opportunity to continue to try to find someone to train her. She's been, sort of scared because of all the stuff that happened in the premiere episode of the season, and Robyn has said no to training, so she goes to ask Mel about it, and Mel has to make a tough decision about all of that. And at the same time, yes, there's a C story in here. Dante's father could be turning state's evidence to get out now that it seems safer to do so, and wants to have a relationship with his grandkids. And Dante has to wrestle with the maybe or maybe not letting his father around his kids. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of plot threads going on within here. As we know, Dante's dad, he was a dirty cop that's been in prison for some time. And Dante wrestling with that, I think was probably some of the best character advancing for him. We kind of seen him. We know he's had a contentious relationship with his dad. That's all good. But really seeing him go to his mother and try to get her advice and sort of just talking it out with himself, but also calling Robyn because he's come to trust her judgment and her counsel. And as I like to say, that's his woman, even if they ain't committed to each other yet. And so, of course, he wants to get her 2 cents on that. But unfortunately, she has gone dark because she's on a CIA mission, which is really the bulk of this whole deal. And I'll get to that at the very end. But also, Dee trying to get Mel to help her, learn how to fight, or whatever you want to call it. It's a smaller plot, it's really we see a little bit more about Mel and what she's been through as kind of a soldier, and that, an ex-soldier now, and regrets she has. And it's a tough call for her, betraying Robyn's trust versus, as she, trying to help Dee to be capable so that something that, like what happened at the beginning of the season, doesn't happen again. And it's, I'm of two minds on it, but, Mel, she's kind of in a tough spot of wanting to do right by her friend, but also wanting to do right by Dee. And I understand, when she decided to help, that it seemed like a good idea, but it's definitely going to backfire and it could cause problems. And finally, we had the big mission, which, you know what? A lot of it's quite predictable. It's pretty much an action, a bunch of action set pieces. It's meant to kind of figure out who's the mole, because, the people that are attacking shouldn't be able to find them. Everything should be secret, but somehow they're showing up right on time. Clearly there's a mole within, and they need to find out who it is among the 4 CIA 3CI agent and Robyn. And so, of course, they're gonna, it's gonna be attrition as each person's picked off to try to, eventually get to the final mole. And I'm gonna say, I was completely unsurprised by the outcome. Spoiler alert: Griffin, a character we've seen before in the previous season, at the beginning of the season when they were, getting the big bad guy off the table, was there. And I have to say, I completely called this like, earlier this year when in the second season that this guy was no good. Well, I mean, the guy played Grant in Agents of Shield, who was a notorious, Hydra double agent. So I was like, are they going to do this? Yeah, I think they're going to do this, and they did it. And he turned out to be a mole, and Robyn kind of figured it out. But what was really cool about this entire thing is the guy Ryback that they were trying to keep alive. He's just like, man, you guys are just going to get me killed. Y'all are, he was calling Robyn mall cop and all this, just kind of being like, I don't trust any of y'all. None of you are going to get me. I'm going to get killed. And Robyn continually showing that, she's the real deal. She's there to help. And that, Ryback slowly but surely having more, respect for her and her abilities. That was all fun. Donald Loge is a seasoned actor, and it's always fun to see him in things, especially at the twist, him being actually the legendary, agent, that he was running an entire, op right there just to sniff out who the moles were, and that he thought that Robyn might have been because, she inadvertently got Bishop killed, and we didn't know any of that too. So he's obviously going to be a big player. He's the new Bishop. He's going to be a big player within the show. He's going to be the guy giving missions every now and then that maybe she can turn to, but the relationship's going to be different this time. He very much sees her as a tool, for the agency, and not just like a friend that he can do favors for. So that should be an interesting and antagonistic, boss employee relationship. And I also like that after all of that, Robyn still manages to go and talk to Dante. So, and they keep teasing, like that's their thing here. It's like you keep thinking like, all right, this is the time they're going to really close the deal. Nope, no deal closing. They're so close to it though, and the writers, they know what they're doing. They know they're playing and stringing us along. And as annoying as it is, I'm there for it. So overall, I really like this episode. This is exactly the sort of episode I like in the Equalizer. Plenty of action. There's plenty of character moments. I loved the whole scene at the end, the dinner party scene, because as long as Aunt Vi and Dee are kind of involved, and now Harry and Mel, they're kind of bringing them all together. It's always a good time to counterbalance all of that action and intrigue that's going on. So it was good, and I enjoyed it. So what did you guys think about this episode? What did you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or @supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And do me a favor, get down there, hit that like and subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. All of that helps with the algorithm so more people see these reviews. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We're going to be reviewing episode 6 of The Equalizer. Till then, I've been Mo de Poupée, resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.